I'm Miss Causing. I am a student teacher over here in Raider Blue and Mrs. Swanson's class, and I wanted to hop on here and introduce myself before my first book talk because I'm going to do quite a few book talks. So I wanted you to see my face, hear my name before I hop into my first book talk. The book that I'm going to be talking about today is called Goodbye, Mr. Terupt, and it is a fourth book in a series. On the back, you can see the first, second, and third book. And this is a book about seven friends, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Have you ever had a teacher so great that you wished you could have them again? Jeffrey, Anna, Danielle, Luke, Jessica, Peter, and Alexia did. Mr. Terupt. These seven kids had Mr. Terupt back in fifth grade, and he was the best. Luckily for them, Mr. Terupt comes back in eighth grade to be their advisor. Back in fifth grade, these seven kids bonded in Mr. Terupt's class, and their strong bond might be tested in eighth grade as they face new challenges. Luckily, Mr. Terupt is there to guide them through these challenges. Jeffrey wants to make varsity wrestling, but at what cost? Worried that she might have the same cancer gene as her mom, Alexia takes a DNA test, but she's scared to open the results. Feeling neglected by her soon-to-be married mom, Anna keeps her hurt feelings bottled up until they come spilling out. Danielle has her ups and downs with her diabetes, but her budding romance with Luke proves to be the real challenge. Luke is tackling lots of different schoolwork, but none of it is harder than letting Danielle know that he likes her. Anxious about her dad's return, Jessica pours her heart into writing poetry. Peter's reputation for silly antics make him prime suspect even when he doesn't do anything. So this is the fourth book in the series, like I said, and it's written from seven different perspectives from our seven main characters. And each chapter switches to a different character's point of view, but it doesn't necessarily follow in order, which keeps our reader on their toes. So let's take a peek inside the book and see how it starts. So it starts out in the summertime, and it starts out from Peter's point of view. Another interesting thing is all of the people have different fonts to represent their names, which I just thought was fun, and it also shows all of the different fonts on the back of the book. So let's read what Peter has to say. When it came to the gang, we were in the business of making memories. Whether pulling killer pranks or attempting unbelievable stunts, my specialty, or tackling over-the-top projects together, we had a way of doing things that people would talk about for a long time. The kind of stuff that inspired. And this year was no different. This year we needed memories that would last us a lifetime, because after saying goodbye, that's all you have left to hold on to. I kicked things off for us at the Summer Sound Festival, which was this huge weekend party held outdoors on the Long Island Sound. There were tons of food trucks and vendors, live music and entertainment, and people. It was the place to be. All of our parents went, but we ditched them and met up with each other as soon as we got there. For all the hype, the festival really wasn't anything that great. The music lineup was just a bunch of local nobodies, and the vendor stuff was even lamer, but Lexi dragged us through the tent after tent because no way could she miss out on any shopping. Do you really need to walk through all this? I complained. Don't be a sourpuss, Jessica replied. Look at it this way. Maybe you can buy some pretty jewelry to buy for Lexi. Yeah, that's the attitude, Lexi said, batting her eyelashes at me. She loved me now, but before long, she'd be ready to kill me. That was our relationship, hot and cold. It was borderline torture, but I tagged along like her lost puppy. I got why Danielle liked the artist booths with all the paintings and drawings, and why Anna liked the photography stuff. What killed me was the way Luke was all into the vendors displaying their inventions. He was fascinated by their creativity. Even Jeffrey seemed interested. Maybe not at the booths selling handmade doll clothes or quilts, but he was down with all the metal and woodworking stuff. He got excited when he found a small toy wooden train he was able to buy for his little brother Asher. I got excited when I found a concession stand in the back of the fourth tent. I was starving, but Lexi wasn't about to stop shopping, so I grabbed a super chili dog for the road. So that is a little bit about our book, Goodbye, Mr. Trump, and I hope you enjoyed my book talk enough to pick it up.